Dear friends, welcome to a new video of Abacus Academy. In this video, we are discussing some of the previous year questions in SSC Junior Engineering Civil and Structural Examination. So, let us go to the video. The first question, black cotton soil is not suitable for foundation because of its low bearing capacity, cohesive particles, swelling and shrinkage, black color. The correct answer is option C, swelling and shrinkage. Black cotton soils are inorganic clays of medium to high compressibility and form a major soil group in India. This black cotton soil occurs mostly in central and western parts of India. So, the property of excessive swelling and shrinkage is exhibited by a clay mineral known as montmorillonite, which is present in this black cotton soil. So, black cotton soil is not suitable for foundation because of its excessive swelling and shrinkage properties. Second question, the value of demolished material is known as option A, scrap value, option B, salvage value, option C, resultant value, and option D, material value. The correct answer is option A, scrap value. So, scrap value or junk value or demolition value is the value of the dismantled materials. When the useful life, the life of a building is over and the building is demolished, the demolished materials such as the steel, timber and other materials etc., they will fetch a certain amount. This amount is known as the scrap value. So, let us look at the other terms also. What is salvage value? Salvage value is the value at the end of the utility period without being dismantled. So, before demolition, the value of the building after the useful life is known as the salvage value, and after demolition, the amount that the demolished material that they fetch is known as the scrap value. Next value is rateable value. Rateable value is the net annual letting value of a property which is obtained after deducting the amount of yearly repairs from gross income. Third question, the most desirable alignment of an irrigation canal is along option A, contour line, option B, ridge line, option C, normal to contour line, and option D, valley line. The correct answer is option B, ridge line. The ridge line or the watershed line, the canals that are aligned along this natural watershed or ridge line is known as the watershed canal or ridge canal. One of the important property of this ridge canal is that the drainage water does not cross with the canals and interrupt the canal flow. Hence, it does not need any cross drainage works. So, it saves the cost of the cross drainage works also. Another important property of this ridge canal is that it can irrigate on both sides because the canal is descending downwards. The field areas present either side of the ridge canal can be irrigated by gravity. So, in other canals like contour canal or side slope canal, it is not possible to irrigate on the both sides. They can only irrigate on one side of the canal. Next question, snow cement is colored cement, option B, powdered lime, option C, chalk powder, option D, mixture of chalk powder and lime. The correct answer is colored cement. Option A, colored cement. Snow cement is a colored cement. Next question, the depth of foundation is usually calculated from option A, Rankine's formula, option B, Newton's formula, option C, D'Alembert's principle, and option D, Gutter's formula. So, the correct answer is option A, Rankine's formula. So, the minimum depth of foundation from Rankine's formula is given by the equation SBC divided by gamma into 1 minus sin phi divided by 1 plus sin phi the whole square, where SB is the safe bearing capacity of the soil, gamma is the density of the soil, and phi is the angle of friction. Next question, survey line provided to verify the accuracy of the framework is known as option A, tie line, option B, baseline, option C, subsidiary line, and option D, check line. So, the correct answer is option D, check line. Check lines are the lines provided to verify the accuracy of the framework of the survey line. The other lines, tie line is used to connect tie stations or subsidiary stations. Okay, the lines which are drawn in the survey to connect The tie stations or subsidiary stations are known as tie lines. Tie lines are important in survey to locate the interior objects. The interior objects coming within the survey line, we are locating using the tie line. Baseline is the longest line in the survey work. The longest line in a survey work is known as the baseline. The accuracy of baseline measurement is very important in survey work. Seventh question. The strength of concrete mainly depends upon option A, quality of fine aggregates, option B, water cement ratio, option C, fineness of cement, and option D, quality of coarse aggregate. So the correct answer is option B, water cement ratio. Water cement ratio is one of the factors which determines the strength of the concrete. If the water cement ratio is high, it indicates that the water content of the concrete is high, so the strength of concrete reduces. So water cement ratio is inverse, or the strength of concrete is inversely proportional to the water cement ratio. Next question. In concrete, while hand mixing is adopted, excess cement to be added is option A 4%, option B 10%, option C 14%, and option D 20%. The correct answer is option B 10%. So we know that for cement mixing there is hand mixing, and also there is in concrete mixing there is cement mixing as well as machine mixing. So while hand mixing is adopted, we need to add a certain percentage, that is 10% excess cement is to be added. Next question. Cantilever retaining walls can be safely used for a height not more than option A 3 meter, option B 4 meter, option C 5 meter, and option D 6 meter. The correct answer is option D 6 meter. So cantilever retaining walls can be used safely up to a height of 6 meters. Beyond 6 meters, or generally beyond, we say that generally beyond 8 meters, we use another type of retaining wall known as counterfort retaining walls. So we can see the images of cantilever retaining wall and counterfort retaining walls. In cantilever retaining walls, there will be a toe slab, there will be a heel slab, and a shear key will also be provided to consider the stresses, and reinforcement will be provided in the stem portion and all other portions also. In counterfort retaining walls, a counterfort will be provided, and counterfort retaining walls can be effectively used for retaining walls of height more than 6 meter and generally more than 8 meter. 10th question. The measure of absorption or scattering of light by the suspended materials present in the water is known as option A alkalinity, option B color, option C hardness, and option D turbidity. So the correct answer is option D turbidity. Turbidity is a measure of the resistance to the passage of light through water. Turbidity is generally caused mainly due to colloidal and also due to suspended particles. Turbidity is measured using turbidimeter and is measured on a silica scale. Turbidity is expressed in terms of Jackson turbidity unit, that is JTU. So 1 JTU is the turbidity produced when 1 milligram of silica sand is dissolved in 1 liter of distilled water. Okay. Turbidity can also be expressed in other units such as nephelometric turbidity units, that is NTU. The most important thing to be considered is that in drinking waters, the amount of turbidity should be, that is the drinking water standard of turbidity should be 5 to 10 milligram per liter. The permissible limit of turbidity is 5 to 10 milligram per liter. So that's all for today. Thank you friends.